Very good evening, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm good, ma'am. What about you?
Doing great. Yes. How was the day?
It was good.
Okay. Very nice. All right. So jump into more English. Yeah. All set?
All set for more English.
Okay. Super. So today is all about hobbies and interests.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. All right. Let's just get right into it. So, what is a hobby? If we were just to give it, some sort of description, what can we call a hobby? What is a hobby?
Hobbies, that thing which we like to do in our free times. Uh,
Right.
Free times, and which is like there are many kind of example. There are sports, any kind of sports, any kind of reading books, watching movies, or going out with someone, with friends and all. So this is called hobbies.
Okay, yeah. So I think very well put by you that it is any activity that we do in our free time. When we're free, when we're not working, and it's that can be called a hobby. Good examples too. So, do most people have hobbies? Actually,
In my opinion, most of the people are having hobbies.
yes.
Definitely.
Okay. So most people, according to you, have hobbies. Notice I didn't use an ing. I did
mm,
say having hobbies.
Having hobbies.
Yeah. Okay. Now, have, when we talk about have, when you're just talking about possession, all right, we don't put an ing.
Okay.
Okay. Because with an ing, it can take on a different meaning. It can get a different meaning. For example, I can, if a friend calls me during breakfast, maybe, and I'm eating a banana, I can say I'm having a banana.
Yeah.
There, it means eating.
Eating.
Okay, yeah. But when you're talking about possession, like I have a scooter, I have a house, all right? Ownership, that time do not put an ing, all right? So, little point, grammar point to keep in mind. Have when it's pointing towards ownership without an ing, no ing. Okay, so you were saying
Also,
that yes, I think a lot of people have hobbies, all right? Why do people have hobbies? Why can't free time just be free time?
because we need some kind of activity to do in our free time to engage ourselves, not to sit like uh, dumb, I think.
Okay, idle, yeah, ideally. Like you're saying that in our free time we should have something because yes, it's a human mind you're talking about, and it demands to be, I don't know, stimulated, excited, do something. So that's why I say it's important. Okay, fine, good. So do you have a hobby, Akshay?
I do have a hobby. I like to play football in my free time and going for cycling.
Okay,
Go for cycling also. And
okay,
now, yeah,
yeah, and now you've
the other
started.
yeah, I started reading. Yeah, that is also my another hobby.
Okay, so very good. So you said that my free time, I like either playing football or go biking or cycling, and I also like to read. Okay, good, very nice. So, do you have a sorted time for these regularly? Do you keep aside time for these, for
No,
these
not on
hobbies?
no, not on regular basis for football and cycling. So whenever I get time, if I so I go for out for cycling and for playing football, or for reading. Yeah, in a day I take out like around 2 hours to 1.5 hours to read books and all.
Okay, very good. Excellent. So then you have assigned time for one particular hobby, but the others, as and when you get time, you try to pursue them. Right. You've spoken a lot about, like, when we asked like what is a hobby, we were discussing that, and you said that it can be like, even in your case, you said that I do, I play football, or I go cycling. So are hobbies different from sports? Or can sports also be called hobbies, or are they different?
Sports also called be hobby.
Okay, yeah. So you're saying that if I think, is it connected to how and when you play it?
Yes, ma'am. Like
Yeah.
whenever we free time, on that time we play football or watch something we like to do.
Yeah, so you're saying that it's, because if you go just by the technical definition, then hobby is anything that you pursue for your pleasure in your free time. All right. And if you're talking about sports, then it is any activity that involves physical exertion, usually done with the purpose of competing or competition, right? But I suppose, yeah, the difference would be like if I pursue football in my free time to give me pleasure, then it's a hobby. But if
Yeah,
I take it up on a serious footing, for maybe even go professional or something like that, then it's just sports,
it's just
then
sports.
yeah, then it would be like on a competitive level, right? So yeah, I guess that would be the fine difference between them. Okay. Um, can hobbies be expensive as well as inexpensive?
Those for the other people who are rich and wealthy, for them it might be going to be expensive, or for the normal people like us, so our hobbies are like different from them, like
Okay.
because their hobbies are like to play golf, to go for playing polo,
Mm-hmm.
and go many more places they like. But in our case, we like to hang out with our friends,
Mm-hmm.
to read book, and to go for cycling or some. There are many hobbies, or like different people are doing painting or some kind of things in the free
Okay.
time.
Yeah, absolutely. So you said that it depends, I guess, it depends upon your income and it depends upon, where you stand financially. If you can afford it, then you will have hobbies that take up money, right? But if you can't afford it, then accordingly, your hobbies will not be expensive ones, right? Because I think, yeah, bottom line, it's supposed to cause you relaxation. So if it's going to stress you out about the amount of money, then it's not going to be relaxing.
Let's see.
Yes. Okay. Exactly. All right. So good points over there. Can a hobby be dangerous? Akshay, what do you feel?
Yeah, some for some peoples like who like to climb mountains, who had to go on trekking,
Mhm.
and for ice skating, or might be some, so it might be some dangerous for them also.
Yeah, I guess. So why? Because it increases their chances of.
uh, Falling from the
Mm-hmm.
cliff,
Mm-hmm.
falling
Yeah.
from the cliff, and broken bones, and
Yeah,
uh,
injuries. Yeah, so
injuries and
increases their chances of injuries and it has a lot of risk involved. So, yes, these could be dangerous. I agree. So, would you ever take up a dangerous hobby?
if I will to experience,
Okay.
only for experience.
Okay, I may try it, is what I think you're trying to say is that I may try it for an experience. Yeah, I may try it for an experience. Right. Um, are there any very popular hobbies where you feel that, oh, this is what most people like?
uh, I like some of them are like to do painting and reading novels, reading books, and some of them like to listening songs, watching series,
Good, yes.
listening to songs, listening to songs,
Good, yes. Okay, yeah.
listening to songs,
Yeah.
watching movies. Yeah.
Very good. Yes, you're saying these are the usual, usual hobbies that most people would have is like what you mentioned. You said that painting or reading, listening to music, watching movies, right? So these would be the normal ones that most people have. Are there any particular, like, are there gender differences? Like, do you feel that ladies or women usually like some particular kind of hobby, whereas men prefer this kind? I've noted that more men like this hobby, whereas I found that more women like this hobby. Have you noted any gender differences amongst people amongst friends?
No, I never noticed like some kind of difference.
Yeah, gender difference, right? So
Gender
gender
difference.
difference meaning that the ladies like this more and the gents like that more, all right? So I haven't really noted that. Okay, yes. Do you therefore feel that it's only connected to personal interests?
Yes, ma'am. It's only for personal interest.
Okay, all right, yes, fair enough. Okay, um, is there any hobby that is very popular with adults as well as children? Is there any hobby like that? That children also like this hobby and even adults really like it. It can be anything. Something that just perhaps you've noted.
Like dancing.
Okay, yeah, why not? Yes, absolutely. Yes, okay. So that can be a hobby that both kids as well as grown-ups like. So, do you think that dancing is picking up even more nowadays as a hobby?
Yes, ma'am. Nowadays, it is the people are taking it like a hobby.
Okay. And any reasons why, like in the past, maybe so many people do not like it so much as a hobby, but it's picking up a lot of, gathering momentum in terms of popularity. So, any reason why do you feel? Why is this the case?
Because nowadays on television and on many more social network platform, there are many more kind of TV program which are promoting dancing, and also people nowadays people are getting knowledge about dancing. Like in this field also there is a kind of good scope. Like
Yes.
there where people like other children or other more people can earn better than doing a job and other kind of things. So
Yes.
because of only for that reason.
Yes. So you're saying that I feel that the media and things like it's just become more visible, all over different platforms where you see contests, you see shows, you even see reality shows probably connected to dancing and things like that. So people know that okay, it's there, and I think more people are aware now of even different styles. Would you agree?
There are many kind of styles in dancing also.
Yeah, yeah, and people are more aware now. Yeah. Okay, yes, so dancing as a hobby which both kids and grown-ups can really enjoy. Let's take now something else. Um, so there are a lot of hobbies that require special items. All right. For example, if I like playing the guitar, I need a guitar.
Yeah, ma'am.
Right. Yeah, so if I like painting, then I need some basic paints and brushes and things like that to do this hobby, to pursue this hobby. Are there any hobbies that don't require any kind of special equipment? Do you think that there are some hobbies like that where I don't really need to, I don't need to spend on anything, I don't need to get any equipment, I can just pursue this hobby just like that?
Like for some people like meditation.
Okay, yes, why not?
Meditation is a kind of hobby.
Yes,
And
excellent.
running,
Yeah, perfect.
doing
Yes.
running and doing running, going for running and going, and that's all. Or
Yeah, walks. Yeah,
is
perfect. Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah. So don't have to worry. Yeah, you give me some good examples. Even two is great. Okay, so you said that I think, yeah, maybe meditation, which is fantastic. You just need yourself and your head,
head.
to
That's all.
meditate. Yeah, exactly. And even for running, it's just you and your legs and you're running. Okay, so perfect. Very good. Walks, things like that. We don't need any equipment. So it doesn't, every hobby need not necessarily be a big burden on somebody's purse. It doesn't have to be. Yes? Okay. All right. Now, some people, they turn their hobbies into careers.
Yes.
Okay, like it starts off as a hobby, it starts off as something which you like to do in your free time, but then perhaps you find that it is so fascinating or so gratifying in so many ways that it slowly evolves and forms into a career. So could you think of some example where this could happen? Maybe it's possible in this kind of a hobby, and then it can turn into a career or a business or something.
Like cooking food. Like nowadays, chefs are also
Yeah.
important. Yeah, chefs and cricket, playing football.
Yeah, why not? So you get really good at it, you can turn professional. Yes, excellent.
playing basketball and playing basketball, doing painting, uh, painting also.
Yeah, so just painting, Akshay, no doing.
Okay,
Okay, so
painting,
painting. All right. So what's the hobby? Hobby is painting. Yeah.
painting.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Can a hobby help us? So this is again connected, I think, to what you said last time. Can a hobby help us to acquire new skills and knowledge?
Yes, ma'am. New hobby really teach us and to acquire a new skill, because whenever we try to learn something, so we added that skill into our life.
Okay.
And it really help us in many directions, like want to pursue a career in that hobby also, so it may be become a career also, and we can be doing good in that.
Yes, absolutely. So, yes, hobbies definitely help us to improve our skills, and it can be in an individual way, solitary way, it can be in a group way, but you are using your mind, you are focusing on something creative and productive, and yes, it will. Yeah, it does help in improving our skills. So, in connection to adventure sports as hobbies, you know, do you think this is also a trend that's catching on in a big way?
Yes, ma'am. Doing skiing, going for ice skating,
Hmm.
going for trekking and all in all the hilly areas.
Yeah.
So it is kind of good kind of adventurous sport.
Okay. Has there been a shift in, what were hobbies in the past and what are hobbies today? Has there been a big change? What do you
Yes,
think?
ma'am. Because in early ages, on that time, the people did not have the right equipment to uh, uh, do what they like to go on mountains for trekking and to climbing mountains and all. And so nowadays there are many kind of new gadgets and new equipment.
Yes.
With the help of the new equipment and new gadget, we can pursue our habits also, and we can do whatever we want to do.
Very good. Excellently expressed. Particularly, I like the usage of gadgets and equipment because, yes, I think if you're talking about adventure sports, most of them have very typical equipment. And as very correctly pointed out by you, in the past, there was less availability. You
Yes,
know,
sir. Yes, ma'am.
even if you liked it, even if you'd heard about it, even if you'd seen it, maybe to get such equipment would have been very tricky, but now it's available. And is it affordable, Akshay, or is it exorbitant? New word.
Exorbitant.
Exorbitant. All right. Okay, so we'll stop here for today. Akshay, have a lovely day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah.
Bye bye. See
Bye.
ya.